Is bronzer the same thing as contour? No, bronzer is not the same thing as contour. Can you use bronzer to contour? Yes, you can use bronzer to contour, but there are exceptions. In this video, you're going to learn the difference between bronzer and contour, what colors to look for, and what products to use. Hello, Glowing Goddess. I'm Donna with Beauty University, and I'm a professional makeup artist with over 14 years of experience, and I'm here to share practical techniques for women new to makeup. And before we get into it, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on any of the makeup education I'm giving out. Not only have I been doing makeup professionally for so long, but I've also been trained to teach. Bronzer was created to make people look tan, sun-kissed, and like they just left the beach. So bronzers are always going to be golden and warm up the skin. They usually have shimmer in them because if you think about it, when you have a suntan, your skin has a glow. And that's why the JLo glow is such a thing, because JLo's signature look is bronzy, golden, and glowy. So most bronzers are gonna have shimmer and should be applied everywhere that the sun hits your face. So that's gonna be your forehead if you don't have bangs, your nose, and your cheeks. Bronzer is a product and a color, and contour is a technique that sculpts and defines your bone structure. It's always gonna be matte, no exceptions, and goes anywhere that you want to pull back and define. So this could be your forehead, your temples, your cheeks, your nose, or under your jaw. It's going to vary per face shape because we all have different features, which is honestly why I despise the videos where people are putting lines all over their face, but that's a whole other conversation. So you can use bronzer to contour, but you can't use contour to bronzer. And if you use bronzer to contour, it has to be matte, otherwise you're gonna be contouring for no reason. Because like I mentioned, it's about pulling back. So if the product you're contouring with has shimmer, it's going to pull forward because shimmer highlights, and that's the opposite of what we want. A lot of times people say that they contour to look thinner. Yes, this is going to happen, but it's more about adding depth to your features. So if you copy someone else's contouring placement and they have a different face shape than yours, it may not be as flattering on you. Don't worry, in my next video, I'll be showing you how to determine where you should contour for your face shape. So don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. But before you start applying, you gotta learn what to use. So let's talk about bronzers first. People ask me if bronzer can be used as a setting powder, and it can if your skin is the same color as the bronzer. But again, sometimes they have shimmer, and I wouldn't recommend putting shimmer all over your face because it'll take away any definition due to that shimmery texture. If your bronzer is matte and does match your skin, you totally can use it as a setting powder. But if you're lighter than your bronzer, well, if you use it as a setting powder, you're gonna have to bring it all the way down to your neck, your chest, and ears, so you don't have any noticeable skin color difference showing between what's going on here and what's going on down here. So who needs bronzer? Anybody who wants that sun-kissed glow. A lot of fair girls, myself included, tend to avoid bronzer because it can look orange real quick. It's challenging to find a good bronzer shade for our skin tones, but I have found some that I love and some I bought that I now use as an eyeshadow because it's way too dark for me. The main bronzer I use is e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in Forever Sun-Kissed. I bought this because I wanted to try e.l.f. It's only $6 and it's a cool tone bronzer. It still has some golden in it, but it won't and doesn't turn me orange. The key for us fair girls is to get a bronzer that are more cooler than warmer, aka less red and orange. And I'm wearing this right now as a contour, and as you can see, it doesn't look orange. There are other colors this e.l.f. bronzer comes in, so if you're darker than me, you can use Perpetually Tan, and if you're much darker than me, Constantly Bronzed. I will say that if you have very deep skin tones like Lupita Nyong'o, 99% of bronzers are not going to make a difference on your skin. You won't see it, and as a setting powder, it might be too light. That doesn't mean you can't get a sun-kissed glow. You just have to look for a dark, warm red blush like Film Noir from MAC and top it with a golden highlight like Gold Deposit, also from MAC. Oh, and the e.l.f. bronzers are all matte, and so is Film Noir from MAC. For more matte bronzers, all of Anastasia's are great. I have a few in my kit, and I use Rosewood sparingly on me. It's also cooler, but not as cool as e.l.f. So you see I have e.l.f. right here, and then here is the Anastasia. It's a little bit darker. Benefit's Hoola series is also great, and I have a friend who absolutely swears by the Too Faced chocolate bronzers. For those of you who want to use bronzer as it's designed in all its shimmery glory, Laguna from NARS is definitely one of the best out there, so is Golden and Refined Golden from MAC. Got any follow-up questions about bronzer? Drop it in the comments below and I'll take care of you. Okay, now for contour. Because contouring is defining your bone structure, it's actually a shadow of your face. And think about it, what color is a shadow? It's gray. So technically contour color should always be cooler than warmer, but it is still gonna be up to you and your skin tone because your preference matters. And because contouring should be done with cooler tones, contoured contouring products can't be used as bronzers because the coloring is off. But matte bronzers can be used as contour shades if you prefer a bronze look. It's up to you, my friend. This Makeup Forever contour shade is my main go-to. I am obsessed with this color. It's their Artist Face Color S112, and it is super cool. You can see it in comparison to the bronzers. Makeup Forever has the best shade range of contouring that works for every skin tone. Seriously, they are the best. In my pro kit though, right now, I currently use eyeshadows. These are the contour colors that I'm currently using. But when I run out of these, I'm going to get more of those Artist Face colors because they're perfect. And you can use your eyeshadows too, if it's the right color. I have these guys from here, which are a mix of Makeup Forever and Cozzette. I have them in the order from light to dark, so this is very similar to the color that I just swatched on my hand. A little bit darker, and then this is for deeper skin tones because it's a very nice warm brown. Here, I'm gonna swatch that for you too. Go right here. This is an eyeshadow color from Makeup Forever, M608, and it is amazing to contour with deeper skin tones. Now, the darker contour shades, like I just showed you, do have more of a red undertone than a cooler undertone, and that's because you don't want it to look ashy on darker skin. In fact, I even like to use a purple like this one on darker skin tones for contouring because it doesn't end up looking purple on their skin. It looks amazing. I have an online makeup course called Beauty Breakdown, hence our Beauty University name, and I used this purple on my darkest model. She didn't believe that it would work and was shook when she saw herself in the mirror. If you want to learn how to master your own makeup routine, feel super confident in your skills, and obsess over what you see in the mirror, I'm going to put the link to find out more information about Beauty Breakdown in the description box below. All right, my glowing friend, now that you know the difference between bronzer and contour, what colors and products to look for, you better come back for my next video so you can learn the proper way to apply bronzer, how to apply contour, and what brushes you need for each. And as always, let me know what other questions I can answer for you. I'm here to be your makeup fairy godmother, guiding you on your journey and telling you how beautiful you are. Until next time, love, light, and all the sparkles. Bye-bye.